Here's the best crafting recipe for weapons inside the forge. So inside the forge, we have a bunch of crafting recipes, and I know there are a lot going around for optimal items in all this to use your items. Now, as a quick note, I'm going to be showing you a few different ones involving different weapons. Personally, I'm using this hammer right here. This has a lot of stats. For the most part, this is it's very heavy in items. Now, what I will say is depends on what you want. So if you want a very strong weapon, say you're farming like the Reaper or something, and you want to be able to like one-shot it right off the bat, you can do that with a lot of very rare ores in your weapon. But the thing is, if you want to be able to just straight up one-shot it, right, you're going to need a high DPS. Now, the only trade-off for high DPS weapons like this compared to other weapons is the actual attack speed does make the average damage per second way lower. So, for example, you can have a dagger that deals only 70 damage, and its damage per second can be, I think it's like 120 almost, because it has a way faster attack rate. But as a quick note, I'm going to be giving away every single game pass to the winner of the giveaway to 5 people. And if you want to enter into the giveaway, all you got to do is comment your Roblox username down below, leave a like, and hype this video, and that's going to enter you into the giveaway. So make sure you hype this video, comment Roblox username down below, and that'll enter you into the giveaway. So what we're going to do is firstly, figure out what ore you want. So firstly, depending on where you can farm, if you're obviously in the second zone, for starting off, I would recommend getting a lot of basic starting, like more common ones like cuprite right there or topaz are pretty good for bulk creating heavy weapons. But if you want to do rarer ores in stronger upfront weapons, like if I wanted to use some of my weapons like my demonite or my darker eye, I could put these into if I can show you, I can put these into a very strong like single dagger, and that dagger will have a really fast hit like attack rate but a very low upfront damage. Now the trade-off for something such as this is the fact that the dagger will be able to deal more damage per second. So if you want to head on down to the website in the description, I can show you. If you go to weapons, just right here, you can go to weapon recipes, or you can go down to guides and go to crafting on weapons recipes. So this was updated recently. So for daggers, you're going to need around 3 ore. Straight swords, you're going to need around 4. Gauntlets, 7. So gauntlets are also really good. So what you can see right here, so the best straight sword for, basic is 3 riviolite and 3 ruby. So this is pretty decent. So I can probably go ahead and just craft this for you. So obviously this is if it lands and actually gives you that. So I believe I have riviolite and ruby. So 3 riviolite and 3 rubies, 3.14 multiplier, pretty decent. And we got a straight sword. I'm going to go ahead and try to get 100% mastered on this. That's the other thing, is you want to make sure you perfectly do everything if possible, because then you'll get 100% mastered on the sword. Now we're going to get this one out and see its stats. So this sword, as you see, deals 47 damage and has a 0.49 cooldown. So this is where a bit of understanding on the math comes in, right? So if you put in, I think it was 6 items in total, you'll most likely get a straight sword. Straight swords aren't too great, but as you can see, we go over to the equipment that I do have. This does, as you see, 447 damage in 4.9 seconds. So it does roughly 94-ish damage a second, bit over 94 damage a second. Now, if we were to upgrade this, we get this to doing like 100 damage or more a second. If you could get a good multiplier, then you could put good runes on it. And with using such simple ore like we just did, super great value. Now, the next one is if we go down, you can see some other ones, right? So for this best katana recipe, right? So it says base damage is going to be around this and all this information. So 5 magmite, 3 eye ore, 3 fireite, and 2 darkrai. I think I can actually craft this. So we have, personally, I have 5 magmite, 2 fireite. So I don't have the 3 fireite. I have 5 eye ore, so I can do 1 extra eye ore, and I have 4 darkrai. So I'm probably going to go ahead and craft that. So it was 5 magmite, which is all of it that I have. And the reason for this is if we want to go ahead and look at these. So magmite has a multiplier of 5x. Eye ore has a multiplier of 4x. Fireite has a multiplier of 4.5x. And darkite has a multiplier of 6.3x. So obviously the most optimal format would be using like the highest multiplier ore that you can get your hands on. So if we go to ore, right, you can pretty much just scroll on down into this list and look at the multipliers some of these have. So these don't have images, but I mean, really doesn't matter. So most optimally would be using, from what I can tell, magmite, lightite, demonite, and darkite. So this probably won't even be a good recipe, but I'm going to do like this. So I could get the highest is magmite. So if I put in 1 magmite, we have a really high chance for gauntlets or a straight sword. Now, if we don't use that, we have a really good option for straight swords. So 1 more, it goes down a 0.1. So we're just going to go ahead and craft this. Hopefully we get, boom. Okay, we got a form of gauntlets. Now these should be really overpowered considering the multiplier it has, but realistically the website, once again, I'll link this in the description, is going to have some of the best recipes you can just upfront use. Let's go ahead and look at this. So this is a mythical rarity, 86 86 damage, 0.5. So it can deal like 112 damage, or not 112. Let's see. So if we simply use the power of Google, it also has this. So it has a passive, right? Causes an explosion at location of victim, dealing 50% of the weapon damage at an AoE, 35% chance to hit. So we just simply search 86.5. So this deals roughly 170 damage every second. Meanwhile, so roughly 170 damage every second, right? Hasn't even been upgraded yet. And say this thing has so many more resources in it, right? So then this one does 240 every 1.4 seconds is what every second is roughly 171. So technically this is just a tad bit better than this upgraded. This isn't even upgraded yet. So we go and take this, which I actually can't upgrade it because I literally just sold all my essence, but I'll go ahead and do a little preview of them. They look kind of peak. So with these, once again, the website has a good just demonstration. Now, as a quick note, once again, if you're on the website, this is what you want to do. So you want to look at the type of thing you have. So gauntlets, it shows you want like a equal ratio of around this many items to craft it. So if I want any form of gauntlet, optimally, I could use 11 items, which we kind of just did. If I want to craft the best one, which would be like a colossal sword, optimally over 46 would be the best, or 46 exactly. This pretty much just makes it to where you could easily over push something like this. Now, the next thing is going to be the overall information, right? So if you can go over to the ores, right? If you want to go over to the ores section, you can sit and look at what ores you do have, and you want to find, say, the best one you have and pull if you want to combo them. So say my best is like a ruby, which is 2.95. I want to use the ones that are closest to this in value to get the best value out of my ores, instead of using something like a ruby, which has a 2.95, and then filling it with quartz that is a 1.5, because you're going to lose a ton of value in the forge. But most notably, I think gauntlets are going to be some of the best items you can actually craft for weapons, because they have a fast hit rate, they deal a lot of damage. I'm probably going to farm some essence so I can go ahead and upgrade these, but for the most part, right, these are really good. And I mean, farming essence is super easy like that, but for the most part, I mean, that's pretty much going to be it for the video. If this helped you out, make sure